Hello, my name is Elijah Ramos, and today I will be going over math for grades 5th and 6th. I will be covering a wide range of topics in math for ages 5th and 6th, and after each video segment for 5th and 6th grade, the answers will be provided for the work that I have done. Thank you for watching. Okay, so today we're going to be dividing fractions. So to divide fractions means to simply multiply the reciprocal of the second number. So for the first one, we have 1 over 4 divided by 9 over 10. So the first thing we would do is rewrite the fraction. So we would keep this as 1 over 4 and then put multiplied by the opposite of this, or the reciprocal, which is 10 over 9. That's how we would rewrite the equation. And then we would simply multiply across and get our answer. So if we multiplied across, 1 times 10 would give us 10, and 4 times 9 would give us 36. And we're still not done because we have to reduce the 10 and the 36. So if we reduced each one by 2, we would get 10 divided by 2 would give us 5 over 2 into 36 would give us 18. And that would be our final answer, 5 over 18. For the next one, we have 5 over 9 divided by 1 over 2. So first, we have to rewrite the equation. So 5 over 9 times 2 over 1. And now all we do is multiply. 5 times 2 is 10. 9 times 1 is 9. And that would be our final answer. For the next one, we have 1 over 3 divided by 6 over 9. So let's rewrite this as a multiplication problem. So 1 over 3 times 9 over 6. And now we just multiply across. 9 times 1 is 9 over 3 times 6 is 18. And that would be, oh, nope, that is not our final answer because we still have to reduce it, because 9 and 18 have a common factor, and that factor is 9. So we divide by 9. 9 goes into 9 one time. 9 goes into 18 2 times. And that would be our final answer, 1 over 2. For the next one, we have 8 over 10 divided by 2 over 5. So first, we need to rewrite this as a multiplication problem. 8 over 10 times 5 over 2. And we just multiply across. 8 times 5 is 40. And 10 times 2 is 20. This also can be reduced and has a common factor of 20. So if we divided each side by 20, 20 into 40 is 2, and 20 into 20 is 1. And we could also rewrite this as just 2, because if the denominator actually is just 1, then the numerator is that number by itself. So our final answer would be 2. And for our last example, we have 3 over 8 divided by 7 over 8. So rewriting this as a multiplication problem, we would have 3 over 8 times 8 over 7. And now we just multiply across. 3 times 8 equals 24. And 8 times 7 equals 56. And we're not done because we have to reduce the 24 and 56 by their common denominator, by a common multiple that they each share, which is 8. So if we divided each one by 8, 8 into 24 would give us 3. And 8 into 56 would give us 7. And that would be our final answer, 3/7. Now, I encourage you to try the rest of the problems by yourself. The answers will be provided right after, so you can check your work. Thank you for watching. Alright, if you are still with us, we are going to be working on exponents with whole numbers. So, an exponent means just multiplying that number times whatever number is above it. So we have 10 right here, and the exponent on this 10 is 1, which means we would multiply 10 one time. So, to write it out, 10 to the first power we write as 10, because it means 10 times, it just means 1/10. And our final answer would just be 10, since it's only 1/10. So for the next one, we have 1 to the 8th power, and we would write that as 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, and lastly times 1. So we have 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we multiply each by 1. So 1 times 1 gives us 1, 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 and so on and so forth until you reach to the 8th power, where you should get 1 as your final answer. Because 1 times anything, 1 times itself is going to be 1 and keep being 1 till infinity. So if we had 1 to the infinitieth power, our answer would still be 1. Alright, the next one we have is 7 to the 4th power. Now this one is where it starts to get a little tricky. So if we write it out, we write 7 times 7 times 7 times 7, and we multiply. So 7 times 7 would give us 49, and then we take 49 times 7, which would give us 343, and then lastly times our last 7, which would give us 2,401. So we take the first 7, and how we got this answer is we take the first 7, then we multiply it by 7, which gave us 49. Then we take 49 and multiply it by another 7, which gave us 343. Then we take 343 and multiply it by our last 7, which gave us the answer 2401 as for our final answer. For the next one, we have 10 to the 9th power. So if we write it 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have 4 more. 10 times 10 times 10 and times 10. That should be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so a trick for the tens is to take however much the exponent is and just add that many zeros. So we have 9 zeros. So we write 1 with 9 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's a trick for an exponent with a 10 in it as the base. So if the exponent with the base of 10 has any exponential number, you just take that number and put as many zeros as the exponent has. So Here's another one that I can do. So we have 10 to the third. So that would equal 10 times 10 times 10, as you can see right there. And to get the answer, we would add 3 zeros to 1. So we'd write 1, 1, 2, 3. And if you want any more clarification on how 10 times 10 gives us 100, and then 100 times 10 should give us 1,000. And that's how we got our answer, 1,000. And our answer to this, 1 billion. There we go. 1 billion. All right. For the last example I will be doing, we have 2 to the 6th. So we write 6 2s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And we multiply each together. 2 times 2 gives us 4. 4 times 2 gives us 8. 8 times 2 gives us 16. 16 times 2 gives us 32. And 32 times 2 should give us 64, which should be our final answer. Now that I have done some examples, I would like you to finish the rest of the problems on your own. The answers will be provided shortly after you finish watching this video. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video once again, and don't forget to like and share this video with your family and friends, and to comment down below on what you'd like me to cover in future videos. And remember to wash your hands, stay inside, and if at all possible, if you have to go out, keep a distance of 6 feet away from others. Thank you guys. See you later.